All right, everyone. Welcome. Um, it's not the most exciting topic I'd like to talk about, something I wish we weren't having to deal with right now. But that coronavirus, all the other strains are out there. We need to be aware of it. We need to be protecting ourselves from it. So let's dive into a little bit here. So let's first dispel some of the myths that are out there. Um, So quickly, I just got this from the World Health Organization. I just want to, I'll read you some of these truths to help with the myths. So only 80% of cases will have, 80% of cases will have mild symptoms, meaning for the most part, the majority of the cases that are out there that most people are going to experience are going to be mild cases. I think Tom Hanks even said he was diagnosed with it and he had a fever and some of those minor symptoms and didn't think anything of it until later on as the coronavirus got more prevalent. He went and got tested, and sure enough, he said, well, yeah, you had it. So think of it that way, like, hey, most of it's going to be very minor. Number two is the risk of catching the virus in the US is still very, very low. So be aware of that. It's nothing we should be too concerned with right now, but even though we should be taking preventative measures. And number three, the CDC does not recommend that healthy people wear a face mask to protect themselves from respiratory illnesses, including COVID-19. Only wear a mask if a healthcare provider tells you to do so. And then also, approved N95 filtering face piece respirators or higher if you do need to use a mask. So remember to get the N95 filtering face piece respirators or higher if you are told to go wear a face mask from a medical provider. Okay, so let's go quickly over some of the symptoms. I know what you're thinking. Hey, this guy's a cleaning company owner. Why is he acting like a doctor going through symptoms? It's not that. I just think we need to be aware of some of this stuff, and I'm just trying to help bring some peace, hopefully, to you guys. So number one, coronavirus symptoms include fever, cough, shortness of breath, difficulty breathing, and symptoms appeared 2 to 14 days after exposure. People who are older and have existing medical conditions such as heart disease or other respiratory conditions have a higher risk of serious illness. So those are the ones that really need to watch out right now. And then this is similar to what is seen in other respiratory illnesses such as influenza. So that's the coronavirus. Flu symptoms include fever over 100.4 degrees Fahrenheit, 38 degrees Celsius, dry cough, chills, sweats, congestion, sore throat, muscle aches, fatigue, and weakness. So that's the flu. And then just to be aware of it, allergy symptoms. Sometimes allergies can be mistaken for colds. Allergies is literally, we know it, but let's go over it. Sneezing, itchy nose, itchy eyes, itchy roof of mouth, runny, stuffy nose, and watery, red or swollen eyes. So those are the symptoms. Now, what if I suspect I have the coronavirus? What should I do? When should I see a doctor? Contact your doctor right away. And if you do have COVID-19 symptoms and you've possibly been exposed to the virus, tell your doctor. And if you recently traveled internationally, of course, call your doctor ahead to let him or her know about your symptoms and recent travels and possible exposure before going to your appointment, because let's not infect any more people, and let's keep the panic to a minimum. So let's talk about some prevention. All right. Although there's no vaccine currently available to prevent infection with the new coronavirus, you can take steps to reduce your risk of infection. The World Health Organization and CDC recommends following the standard precautions for avoiding respiratory viruses. It's a very basic stuff, guys. We've been taught this from our childhood is, wash your hands often with soap and water, or use an alcohol-based hand sanitizer. And when I say alcohol-based, you want something with 60% or higher for your hand sanitizer. And then when you're washing your hands, let me just bring up this factoid here because it was interesting. It says 5% of people wash their hands thoroughly enough to actually kill all the germs on their hands. 33, and this is public restroom breakdown here. 33% don't use soap at all when washing their hands. That's disturbing. Watch out for that person. Don't want to share that movie theater popcorn with that person. And then 10 skip hand washing altogether. So those two next people we just described would not share the movie popcorn with, or probably get too close to. But that being said, the proper way to wash your hands is, of course, sing that happy birthday song. Get that 20 seconds of a lather with the water on it. Get in between your fingers, on top of your hands. In between your fingers and on top of your hands are where most of the germs tend to harbor, because we're all pretty good with getting inside our hands. So get everything in between the fingers. Try to scrub the fingertips and do that for 20 seconds. Rinse it thoroughly. Rinse it really good. So with the alcohol-based hand sanitizer, they're great if you don't have access to washing your hands. So first, just wash your hands if you have access to a soap dispenser and a sink. Second, cover your mouth and nose when you see your elbow or tissue, or with your elbow or with a tissue when you cough. Avoid touching your eyes, nose, or mouth. Avoid close contact with anyone who's sick. Of course, these are just basic things, but they should be shared again. Avoid sharing dishes, glasses, bedding, or other household items if you're sick. Now, my wife's going to hear sharing bedding and use that as an excuse to just kick me out of bed completely, which I hope that doesn't happen. But those things be aware of. Clean and disinfect surfaces you often touch. Stay home from work, school, and public areas if you're sick. Those are the main things you need to watch out for. Further prevention, as you are in your offices and as you are out in public, but mostly at work. These are things you need to watch out for. Make sure your cleaning company is infection control certified. They need to know what they're doing. They need to know how to control diseases, what to do to control diseases, and what methods are the most effective to controlling diseases. Make sure that company is using a hospital-grade disinfectant that has been specifically tested against the coronavirus and or the COVID-19. Then third would be schedule an office sterilization service with a provider with an electrostatic sprayer. And when I say electrostatic sprayer, hopefully you can see it, but literally it's a sprayer that projects a positive charged particles, disinfectant particles, towards a surface that is negatively charged, with your desk, your telephones, anything, your chairs. And what it does, it doesn't just hit the broad side that you shoot it from, it literally surrounds the entire object. And it's a very fine mist, but it'll fully just encapsulate those different objects that you're spraying. And it's such a fine mist, but it also, with those positive charge particles, allows it to stick to that object for long enough for that disinfectant to have the proper dwell time to kill the bacteria, the viruses that are on that surface. This is the most effective way. This type of system is exactly what they're using on those flights that are coming in that are being infected. I'm sure this is the same system they're also going to be using on the cruise ship that they're cleaning, is this electrostatic system. So this is find a provider that can provide that system for you. And if you'd like to know more information on how we can help you in protecting your office, click the link above, and you can apply for one of our free 10 services we're giving out. So you can get one of the 10 that we're providing, these sterilization services for free. The time to have a clean office is now, and we care about you guys. We know you need to do it, and we want to be the ones to help you do it. That's why we're providing 10 of these free services now. Take care of yourselves. Use common sense. Always be washing your hands, covering your mouth when you cough or sneeze, and just protect yourself from all those that are around you as well. So again, click the link above. Apply to be one of those offices chosen to receive one of the 10 free sterilization services we're offering. And best wishes to you. Like I said, use common sense and we'll be good. And we'll chat with you later. See ya.